Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. The process of impeaching the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua is time-bound. Today is the last day. That is why senators voted to proceed with the process despite the fact that Rigathi Gachagua is in hospital. Several people are reading mischief, but I want to maintain on this platform, you never know. When it comes to someone's life, you can't assume. And I've said that is how people assume. Then tomorrow you realize that maybe the president, God forbid, is no more. Then what will the senators do? They will feel very pathetic. But as that was going on, because for the last few days we have been treated to, all media and headlines, both the print media and all social and all this, have been following the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua. But something was happening today. Adani deal is something that we have forgotten for quite a while. By the time we are done with all this political process of removing our deputy president, we will realize that Kenya has been sold, and by the time we come back, it will be too little too late for us to start complaining. So today, there was a case that was lodged in the High Court, and the ruling was to happen today. Owing to the factors that are happening in the country, and I don't know whether it is deliberate, the judge that is presiding over this case did it virtually, and there was a link that was shared. So Kenyans of goodwill decided to share that link. And by the time the judge sat down to give a ruling, Kenyans jammed that court, the virtual court, and they were shouting, Adani must go, Adani must go. They could not give that judge any peace. It forced the judge to adjourn. Basically, they were happy that they kicked. It is like they chased him because they made it very difficult and impossible for any ruling to take place. This is how matters were reported. JKIA takeover. Judges forced to adjourn virtual court as Kenyans jammed session chanting, Adani must go. A virtual court session debating a case involving the proposed deal by Indian firm Adani Airport Holdings to take over operations at Jomo Kenyatta International Airport for 30 years took an unexpected turn after Kenyans joined the hearing to voice their opinions. The court session turned chaotic after Kenyans joined the live link and began chanting, Adani must go. This is after the ongoing link was shared online across social media platforms, with Kenyans rallying each other to join the session. To mitigate the situation, Justice Bahati Mwamuye intervened and adjourned the session to October 2022. This is how things happened.
JKIA is not for sale.
The court number to be indicated on my cause list
Adani must go.
of
Adani
the
must
day.
go. Adani
Adani
must
must go.
Furthermore,
Adani must go.
Adani must go.
Adani must go.
Adani
Adani
must
must
go.
go.
Adani
Adani must go.
Adani
Adani
must
must
go.
go.
Adani
the
must
deputy
go.
registrar
Adani must go.
is directed
Adani
to take
must go.
the appropriate
Adani
Adani must go.
Adani must go.
Adani
Adani
must
must
go.
go.
to
Adani
ensure
Adani
must go.
must go.
orderly
Adani must go.
proceedings.
Adani
My
must
apologies,
go.
Council. This is perhaps one of the challenges we face. We are not able to prevent these disruptions. Let us reconvene on Tuesday at 11 a.m. in
We
open
will
court.
be here. 11 a.m. We will
Stop
be here.
Adani.
We will
Stop
be
Adani.
there.
Adani must
Stop
go.
Adani. You don't care. Stop Adani. Stop
Adani
Adani.
Adani
Adani
must
must go.
The
JKIA is not for
going
sale.
Tuesday,
to
11 a.m. We'll be here.
JKIA is not for
court is going to
sale.
take a 15-minute break. I
Yeah,
will
and it's
then
for sale.
resume with my constitutional list. If you're waiting for judgment, I have 6 civil judgments. They are all ready. I will deliver them at the close of my constitutional
Adani
human rights
must
list.
go.
I apologize for that minor setback
Hakuna
in terms of time.
apology. Tutakuwa hapa on Tuesday. Tumesema
I will
11
reconvene
a.m.
in
Yeah.
15 minutes.
Adani
Thank you very
must
much.
go. The people of Kenya say Adani must go.
You know, sometimes back, Okiya Mutata, just a few days ago, Okiya Mutata told Kenyans to be very vigilant. And I remember even the president of the Law Society of Kenya, Madam Faith, told Kenyans, set your eyes on the ball. Because we are reading mischief that by the time all this process, take place and they are done with it, they shall have also, be done with the takeover of Adani and all these very bad policies. But there are Kenyans who are very vigilant. There are Kenyans who have got their eyes open every now and then. Kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time. Don't forget to click the notification bell, and I always request you to give this video likes. It helps promoting the video. Again, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Kenyans are very, very vigilant, and Kenyans continue to voice their concerns. People don't want Adani deal. Recently, Raila Amolo talked about Adani giving it a clean bill of health. Raila said that Adani is not bad, but the kind of deal that was signed between Adani and our government is the one that is bad. Nothing can be further from the truth. Adani has been chased in many countries. People have always complained, and I saw a video where people were in protest complaining Adani must go. So they have left a trail of complaints and a lot of damage in the countries where they are. In fact, when Raila Amolo talked about it, it elicited several reactions. There are diehards of Raila were saying this thing is clean. Some people feel that when Raila pronounces, himself about something, it becomes the rule and the norm. But there are people who feel that we have looked at the trail of damage that they have left, exorbitant prices, even in which countries that where the prices of electricity soared very high after Adani was involved. Kenyans are not afraid. The fact that they don't want a Adani deal, it doesn't end there. They are not afraid to air their voices. That is why they jumped that session just to show the judge, we don't want this. We do not want it. And you see, the only reason why Kenyans are complaining is because the manner in which this deal was signed, very clandestine. Had it not been detected by Nelson Amenya in France, we wouldn't have been where we are today. He was God sent. If it is that clean, or it was that clean, they would have put everything on the table. And if you ask me, if we approach this Adani carefully, if had it been approached carefully and negotiated without some people having intentions to eat, maybe it would have been a good thing. Because we have seen people saying that no, Kenyans don't want the expansion and facelifting of the JKIA. No, Kenyans really understand that JKIA needs to be renovated, uplifted, expansion is needed, but under clean circumstances. If you have to contract a company, let it be open tendering, let it be open so that all the companies that are interested should come and then select the one that suits the country. You can also ask people through public participation. Democracy demands that this is our government, a government of the people, by the people, for the people. You don't just unilaterally decide to do things. That is why even the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua, the deputy president, was subjected to a public participation, even though it was shambolic, but at least to show that something was happening. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I know next time this judge is going to come back, he will not share that link. I'm sure he will not, because Kenyans have shown that they don't want it, and they will do it and then just send the ruling, because we know what this means. The Kenyan government, in fact, I remember the Adani Kentraco report or deal was signed when we were still looking at the disagreement between the president and his deputy. And Kenyans will continue to fight so that even if they sign it by force, Kenyans of goodwill will say we tried our best. That is how we have a clean conscience. Then you say we tried. But you see, when it happens and you are quiet, then you feel guilty that you didn't participate in it.